To those who struggle to get out of bed in the morning. First off, I want to make it clear, get your 7 to 8 hours of sleep. It is crucial to your well-being, your health, mental and physical. Getting enough sleep every night is extremely important. So I'm not trying to say don't sleep. Get your 7 to 8 hours. But after that, it's time to get up. You got to get up in the morning. This is something that I struggle with deeply, I've gotten better at it, but I have struggled with it deeply in the past. All sorts of people talk about this. I'd say it's a big issue whether people wanted to admit it or not. Sleeping in till late in the day. There's people who hate the mornings and who like the nights, so they'll stay up later and wake up later, and I guess that's fine. But I think for most people, getting up early in the morning when the sun's rising, or before the sun rises, getting that head start on the day, I think when people push through and do that, I think they end up being thankful for it. Like, oh, it's so nice to get all this stuff done and it's only 12 o'clock. You hear that a lot. Marcus Aurelius even talked about this, how he had to rip the bed sheets off him in the morning. How in the morning you can hear the birds going about their business, the bees are out working, all of nature is out doing its thing. Nature doesn't sleep in. Nature doesn't take its time getting out of bed in the morning or hit the snooze button. Everything is out there doing its job and working. So why aren't you? You should be getting up with everything else. You should be getting only the amount of sleep you need and then moving forward and working. After Eve took a bite out of that apple, we were all doomed. All of humanity was doomed to work. And maybe looking at it like doomed to work is a negative view, but we then needed to work. So to sleep in is to go against that duty, is to go against nature. You need to get up early. Nobody says, oh, I'm going to stay up later to go to the gym, or I'm going to stay up later to get a few extra things done. Because we all know that's not how it works. We all know productivity goes down once the sun goes down. We all know we need to wake up earlier. That's what we all want to do. It's a shame because there's so many people out there, including myself, who've set an alarm early in the morning so they could get something done, something they wanted to do. They had a goal, they had a mission, they had a desire, something they wanted to achieve. But then when that alarm went off at 5, 6, 7 a.m., that goal, that desire, whatever it was that was going to improve them, that they were going to do to make themselves feel better, they didn't end up doing it because they couldn't get out of bed, or they kept on pushing snooze. You don't know which day is going to be your last. You don't know how much time you have left. So, in a sense, pushing the snooze button, sleeping in, of course it's a luxury that everyone should indulge in every once in a while, just like any other sort of luxury or, any pleasurable thing. But to do it often is an act of arrogance, because that's assuming that you have the rest of your day, or that you have the time. You can afford to lose that time sleeping. You can afford to have a late start to your day. You don't know when your last day is going to come. You don't know if it's that day or the next. You don't know what's going to happen. So don't be arrogant. Get up in the morning when you know you should. Everyone has that time they know they should get up. The time they need to get up so they get stuff they want to get done. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of willpower to get up in the morning. And starting your day with an act of discipline, of willpower, pulling yourself from the bed, there's no better way to start your day. There really isn't. You will feel so good just after a couple minutes, after you get out of that bed. And now you've started your day with that moment of discipline. And it'll lead to so many other actions of discipline. It is your first mission. Every day when you wake up, it is your first mission. It is your first task, your first challenge. Get out of bed. Don't start your day off failing your first task, your first obstacle. Get out there and work. Find what it is you love to do. What it is that makes you happy. And if you're stuck doing something that doesn't make you happy, Wake up earlier so you can start getting things done to where you can get out of that situation. That's just my advice. And it's something that I try and keep in mind. Funny thing, on the mornings when I am having a hard time getting out of bed, I think it was this morning, honestly, I just picture Marcus Aurelius standing over me, staring at me. Not saying a word, just with a gaze of discipline, of stoic virtue. Staring at me. I remember his entry in Meditations, demanding to himself that he get out of bed in the morning, because he knew that sleeping in was a waste of time, and that everything else, the world was going, and that he needed to be going too. That's what I used to get me out of bed in the morning. Yeah, that's my advice. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you enjoyed the lovely birds tweeting in the background. That's another benefit of waking up in the morning, is hearing all the nature, being the first one who hears the birds. It's cliche that early bird gets the worm, but it's true. Nothing truer than that.